Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of Connect, Share, Prosper. I'm your co-host, Chris Angel, here with your host, Chaz Wilson, talking about business planning today. Chaz.
Yes, sir.
Business planning. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, why have a plan?
Give me like a 5-minute masterclass on business planning.
I mean, you don't just think I should just show up and like it's going to happen. I've got a plan out. And by the way, I'm not talking about a 35-page business plan that just,
right.
I never look at again.
Yeah, nobody needs that.
So we do, and I talk about in 5+1 is the one-page business plan, the 135 GPS. The GPS is that global positioning, system. It tells me where I am, and that's what our one-page business plan is. It tells me where I am and where I want to go. Yeah. The key is taking, like we talked about on the last episode, the one goal that I have in each quadrant is breaking that down, Chris, into a place that I can act it. And so I create that into a 135, one goal, 3 priorities. That's what the GPS stands for. One priority or one goal, 3 priorities, up to 5 steps for each of those.
Got it. Okay.
And so what that does is it brings clarity, and clarity is power. Mm-hmm. And when I have a clear action plan of what I need to implement, the priorities that are in front of me, it really brings clarity to my business.
Now we have not rehearsed this in any way, so you have full permission to just completely dodge this question, but I'm curious if you can give me a 1-page 135 about one of your business objectives or goals. Yeah.
So right now I sure can. Yeah. So right now, Wilson Leadership is one of my businesses, right? I have master. Wilson Leadership is probably easier for me to articulate where people could understand it, where some other things with Master Networks are more nuanced to that business, right?
Yep.
Wilson Leadership, our goal by the end, in fact, we just did this, is why it's easy for me to do.
Yeah.
Our goal, and I have it up here. So our goal for 2019, by the end of 2019, 12/31 of 19, our goal is to be doing $80,000 a month in billable revenue. That's our goal at the end of the year. So 3 priorities for that, group coaching, and there's a number attached to group coaching, inner circle coaching, which is my one-on-one coaching, and then LMS, which is our learning management system, where we help entrepreneurs create their own learning management process, like video training, et cetera, and they can host it and we resell that. They can brand it to them. So we have 3 real products that we can sell through that.
Got it.
So those are the 3 priorities right now. For each of those, say the first one's group coaching. We know how many group coaching clients we need to add per month to hit that group coaching priority. So one of the steps is, how many workshops do I need to do per month that then bring in? So that's the actionable step, right? Schedule a workshop, 1 workshop a month, where I can do that whether in person or online, because what we know to be true is that when people go to our workshops, they say, hey man, I'm interested in you helping me through this, so that I get group coaching clients. From an inner circle, it's how many face-to-face meetings do I need to do? And there's some other steps there, because when I do face-to-face meetings and I do consultations, people say, I want the coaching.
Right.
In the learning management system, it's identifying, this one's a little harder for us, but I've got to identify businesses that this would fit for. Then we need to schedule consultations. So those become our steps. So if you break that down, if I start to achieve all of these steps, I accomplish the priority, which then I accomplish the $80,000 a month billable.
Just to be clear, everybody that was just listening to that, like the 3 things you just gave, like the 3 priorities, and inside of each of those, you gave 1 step out of the 5.
Correct.
Across the 3, right? Okay. Just so everybody's clear, like what Chaz just gave you was one of the steps of the 5 steps in each of those 3 priorities. Love it. So that's super easy, because then it just is like, you start with what's the one objective or the one goal that you kind of outlined in your goal setting session. And then you go, what are the 3 things that can get me there? Like is that kind of how you step into priorities? You go like, what could get me there? And you have to pick. You might have a list of 10 or 20 things that could get you there, but you got to pick 3. You can't have 20. You got to pick 3.
Yeah. And that's why they become priorities, right? That's how they become the priorities. So the other interesting thing is as we start to do this, which I believe in 2020. So I put this out there this way so that you can see where I'm going to go, and I'll back into it. Yeah. But I know in 2020, one of the priorities will be hiring to scale it as well. And it could be, I may get there mid 2019. If you take that 135, this is kind of a cool thing. You take the 135 and you turn it kind of upside or on its side, Basically, you now have a 1, you have 3, and you have 5 steps. But it's all kind of how I create my organizational chart.
Oh, tell me about that. What do you mean?
Well, so for instance, the 1 goal as the CEO of the company becomes my priority. That becomes everything I focus on. Anything I can do to do that. So then what I could do is, remember my 3 priorities were group coaching, inner circle, and management system.
Yep.
Right now I have me and another person that's over sales for that and over support. So I have 2 people, they're over that. What I could do is I grow that out is I could say, well, maybe I hire somebody for group coaching and then they take care of all those steps. And then I hire somebody for inner circle and they take care of all that. And then I hire somebody for learning management and take care of all that.
Right.
So those are my 3 priorities that help me get to that goal. Now I know how I also divide out my organizational chart as well. Yeah. So that's a little hack that
I love that too, because you've said this in past episodes, and it's something I'm really like rewiring for is, usually growth is attached to a who.
Yeah.
Like if you guys are creating business plans to accomplish your goals, one of the things you might be thinking about is a who inside of the priorities and the steps is a who.
And if you're not, you should be.
Yeah.
Right? I just met with a couple, wonderful couple, have a great business that they're trying to grow and scale. Well, they have a great business, a little struggling right now, and they're trying to, we're going to try this marketing thing and this tactic, and those are all great.
Yeah.
The question I kept asking was, who do you need to add to make that possible? Right? You're the salesperson and the technician putting the product together. You're going to get a bunch of clients and you can't sell anymore. And so I said, who could do the product fulfillment? You keep selling. And that was not something on their radar, right? That was not something on their radar.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right. I'd be looking for who could I add for this next year that could change everything.
Yep. No, that's good. I love it. I love it. Well, I think that's a great place to wrap. If people want to either hire you to come do a workshop for them, or they want to jump into one-on-one coaching, like what's a great place to connect with Chaz?
Well, so I'd go to chazwilson.com, and then on there you can link to my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my Facebook, and you can get a sense of what we teach, what we talk about, how we do it, and connect with me there. I reach out, I answer my messages, so connect with me there.
Nice. Thanks, Chaz. Great episode. See you next time.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Be well.